Hello, I'm Robbie Bear, Senior Instructor in Division of Biology here at K-State. So many thanks to the TLC for having me as their highlighted teacher. I'm going to spend a little time talking about the systems approach I use to teach biology. Okay, so biology is all about systems and processes. So what a better way to teach than being systematic about it? So this systems way is a student-centered approach. I think of myself as their learning facilitator, coach, influencer, those kind of tags that people use nowadays. So we have particular concepts that students need to learn and understand. So information in DNA used to make RNA, that RNA is protein, then that protein is the phenotype of an individual. That's a big concept in biology, in genetics. It's extremely important. And so we give the students a reason why they should learn the concept. How is that concept connected to their everyday life? We do it up front, we do it in the middle, we do it at the end. And so that kind of, drives it home to get them to buy into why they should learn what they're learning. Next, we give them the resources they need to learn the concept and the underlying processes. And so we have readings and lectures and learning experiences, traditional, non-traditional, traditional lab, looking through the microscope, doing those scientific experiments and everything like that, and then non-traditional experiences, models made out of puzzle pieces, computer models, learning tools, all those things, animations, lots of different resources to help them engage in learning material in many different ways. Because students learn in so many different ways, you have to provide that there for them. They're not just lecture learners. They learn in lots of different ways. But the most important component of it is feedback to the students. Are they actually learning what you think they're learning, right? And so learning is a social event. It's an individual, but it's social. There's changes in the brain that have to happen as an individual. But in order for that to happen, it has to be a communal thing. It has to get feedback from other individuals, et cetera. And so walking around and talking to students as they're learning the material and working is extremely important. Reading over their study notes when they're getting ready for an exam can be extremely important because the students take the ideas that they have in their brain and put them on the paper, and you can see if they're understanding it correctly or in the right direction in understanding. And then there's also homeworks, low stakes learning stuff, giving them feedback at that point. We have capstone activities, so medium stakes learning. So they have resources available to them, but it's a little bit more in-depth learning and giving them feedback on that. And of course, exams, high stakes learning, getting that component of it. Okay. And so, teaching biology is kind of like a science. You have a question, you have a hypothesis, you test the hypothesis, and then whether or not the hypothesis is confirmed. And so you have a question, you have your understanding of the answer to that question. Am I correct? Then getting feedback whether or not an individual is correct. So that's extremely. So that's the nuts and bolts of the pedagogy that I use. Sprinkling some creativity, enthusiasm, and engagement, and empathy and passion, and you get me and what I do. I'm Robbie Bear, and I teach at K-State.